yeah, you can see where it's going to head up. So breakout above that 3,500 mark is sending this right up to 4,500, which is real nice because I think that aligns well with this target on Amazon. I believe Jeffries. Yeah, I'll take requests in a second. But yeah, look at all these recent targets, fairly in line with where I think it's going. So 4,200 is putting it up here, but looks beautiful. At least another 30% move before year end on Amazon. Google picking up exceptionally strong feedback in terms of growth rates. I believe I said this was the best positioned one out of the bunch when we got that drawdown, because it just hung up here in the 2,000 range, and just picking up some of the most positive feedback I've ever heard on Google today. So looking for this at least to get up to 2,400 here, and then who knows. I mean, this is just a very impressive move. Curious to see what revenue projections are for Google here. Yeah, I'm picking stuff up on Q1 21 that's 35% higher plus in terms of year-over-year growth from very large platforms that integrate with Google. So this could be a blowout quarter here. Like it a lot, and I mean that would send this thing all the way up to beyond 24 to 25. So you own Google, good for you, looks beautiful. Tesla, I think ARC readjusted the other day, had this kind of move drawn out here, approaching this blue resistance, got rejected, and then it held this short-term support here. So don't need this anymore. Don't need these. Broke out of all of them. Let me just save this. All right, so yeah, this looks decent on this support. If it turns and doesn't break down and then pushes higher, we're gonna get that next leg on the NASDAQ, and then hopefully that will cause these mid caps to come out of the graveyards that they're sitting in today. A lot of the mid and small caps have just been decimated here and have not recovered at all. And although the averages look good, it's primarily driven by these top inputs here. So that's Tesla. The breakout could send this for a next leg higher. That's all the way up to 1,400, to be honest. Visa, looking good. Oh, haven't looked at this one in a while, but you can see it's going for the all-time high retest here, which is right there. And then it should kind of curl up to this 270 mark, that upper resistance line. So this looks really good. Visa heading up to 270 plus. JP Morgan. So it's kind of hanging here at this upper resistance level in the channel. But you can see what I have drawn out here. You still have the oversold condition from COVID below. Down here, and the overbought up here. So it's going to head up into this overbought position. which puts it up around $200. So looking for JP Morgan to move all the way up to $200 here. Next S&P stock, J&J. Forget what the headline was the other day. But whatever it wasn't positive. So it was on this blood clots, yeah. So it should get up here, back to this 177 mark, but got delayed with the bad news. So as long as it holds the support line at 155, then you should be fine. Don't know why this keeps popping up there, but yeah, it's never a good thing. But that as just wanted to hold this, so looks fine for now. NVIDIA, I believe this one was, yeah, this one's breaking out now. This is a pretty substantial breakout. So NVIDIA, very possible that this heads up to this 900 mark. You can see the chair pattern, and now it's finally breaking out of consolidation. I actually like this a lot. That's beautiful. I'm going to write this down. I should be taking notes on this myself. 1 second. Yeah, I mean, NVIDIA here can go parabolic. No burrs. I ate healthy today. So, NVIDIA, call it by Q3 21. We'll see this at 850 plus. Alright, so that's NVIDIA. Looks very good. I like that. Walmart, it's just a continued performer. No disruption. It didn't have to dip here, and it bounced on this 125 mark, which is nice. So I don't think this dip is now in store. Wasn't sure what level drawdown we were going to see with the broader market. So now you're looking for a break above this, and that should happen here tomorrow. I'm going to create an alert here because I think it's heading up here to call it 190 by mid 22. So 190 mid 22 on Walmart. Probably play some leaps there. MasterCard, I assume, is going to have a very similar chart to Visa. So approaching this upper resistance level. So you had the A, B, C peak, drop off on support now, and now going for the retest, and on the retest you get the breakout. So it is looking very pretty, and it should move up here to this 450 mark. And that would be a kind of full completion of the larger scale pattern. So looking very, very nice here. Visa heading up to 450 by September. Oh, sorry, that was MasterCard. September 21, 450. UNH, United Health. I haven't charted this one, but you can already see it's gone. Looks really nice. crazy. So that's the resistance line right there that it's approaching. And when this breaks out, so on the monthly, it's fairly easy to see the resistance right there, holding support. You're going to get a reflection of this oversell right here, which is what it's trying to do right now. So you're getting that reflection up on the other side. So this is trying to move up here to 500 to reflect that March oversell on UNH here. So breaking out of the resistance, call it this week. A little rejection there on that candle. It's not there entirely, although this line's a little off, so it may be there. Let's see. Yeah, exactly there is where it got rejected. So just want to see it hold this support line here in green and then head up into that kind of overbought position for 490 to 500, and that would happen by July. I mean, it may take a little bit longer, actually, to be honest. So to be safe, I would say late August, just based upon that it could potentially churn sideways here. But late August, 480 plus on this one. Home Depot, Monster, Home Improvement stocks have all crushed it. Yeah, reflected already right there. Just a full breakout. Visually, it looks like it's going up to that 420 mark. Just double check. Yeah. So 420. A little 415-ish on Home Depot here on this next leg. You can see how it traded sideways, and now it is truly breaking out, and it's just going parabolic. Yeah, I'm almost done with. I'm going through the top inputs in the S&P, and then I'll get to the smaller stuff. So HD by October 21 will be at $415. P&G, Procter & Gamble. The next one, this one is looking like it's trying to break out here. Yeah, you can see it right here. So it's through this resistance and now moving to test the all-time highs. So on the short-term side, you're looking for a $10 move. Let's see. By August, up here to, so August 147. There is so the only reason why this may take a little bit longer is because there is resistance right here. You can see it where it just kind of churns sideways. So it's possible that it gets delayed a bit up here, and then moves up. So P&G, call it late September 21, retested that 147 all-time high. Disney, so this reached that initial 200 target that I had mapped out here and now came down. It is on support. Sitting on support right here. So don't really want to see it roll too much lower. I would say 180 is kind of your baseline here. You don't want to see it below that. because then it will come down all the way to 165, which may be possible if there's more kind of negative vaccine news, like new variants and all this other shit, which it looks like it's happening internationally. Possible that we get this rotation back into tech stocks again. Just need the media to run with the story, and then all systems go. So longer term though, I still think it gets up into this 225 by January. So Disney, by call it Jan 22, gonna be at 225. You have Bank of America, BOA. So this is also trying to head up there, getting delayed. So it may come back short term into this 37 mark. But by November, it should be retesting that 55. So look for a full all-time high retest by December on BAC. So December 21, 55. PayPal, monster stock, nice innovations within their business. Yeah, so I put this in there the other day, 10% move, you got it up. Well, here's your first non-boomer stock, but unfortunately, some of these boomer stocks are driving the market right now, so you have to give them attention. So yeah, this should actually go up here and break out within this week. Above this resistance right here at 274, where I got rejected pretty hard, and then push up to 309. So by the end of April, 310, highly likely. This line's off, hold on. Yeah, 309 on PayPal by end of April. Yeah, I mean, Walmart's not going anywhere, only getting bigger. I believe the stat is, and you can see the W here in PayPal, so this is a beauty. And then I have, once it gets up here to 310, it's moving to 330 at a bare minimum. So, PayPal. What month is it? So by May 21, you're going to see this at 310. Intel, I know there's interest here. On support, and bought back pretty nicely here. What was this? Was this today? Yeah. So today it held that support. I think I discussed this the other day. Looking for it just to move up here, back to 69 by end of May. So INTC end of May up. So call it by June 21, back up to the $69 mark. Comcast, this is the best positioned MVPD, although it's an ugly business. They own content assets which are attractive, NBC Universal, and they have Warner Media and Peacock, which is their OTT platform. So you can see on the weekly, pretty clear. So rejected up here at this resistance is actually, it's probably an equal measure if I had to guess. Can just map it out right now. Let's see. It's 380, 390. It's pretty damn close to an equal measure. It took a little bit long because of the COVID delay, but this should get up here to the 61 mark by September. So Comcast, September 21, 61. Adobe, really like this one. Another best of best. Now, oh, breakout. Wow, look at that. This should head up to 700 right now on Adobe. This is a massive breakout here. There is, so once it gets through this next resistance at 538, there may be a little pressure, but this should head up by November to 700. So Adobe, let's say by November, 700 bucks. That's a clean breakout. You can see all these mega caps are in this chair pattern. So I'm gonna probably buy a few options here on most of these, just because they all look real nice. ADYEY, I own this one. Sorry, this is outside the S&P, but this one should approach 55. So I bought this down here at 46. Now breaking out, looking for the move up here to retest the all-time high, and then you'll get the run up to 60. Netflix, so facing some pressure from competing services. Very competitive space now. You have Disney Plus, which is obviously just crushed expectations, and Disney themselves have said, or throughout the pandemic, have shifted resources from kind of parks and live and entertainment into digital OTT services. Over the top is just internet delivery. So you can see this one's just trading sideways. It bounced off this support right here. This green support, if you take out the oversell position from COVID, and now is trying to break out of this resistance. So the next stop here is clearly this 573 mark. You'll get that by the end of April. So Netflix, end of April, 573. So by May 21, 573. And then call it by August, I think you could see 750. Just, I mean, all of these, like, just massive ones are just in the same pattern here. Verizon, so followed whatever I drew here. Should head up here to 63 by July. Alright, now I'm gonna go through just other ones that I think are interesting. I should add all these to this, because let me just put them on my watch list here at the bottom. What am I missing? JPM, I'm definitely missing. Missing J&J, missing NVDA, no, not. Walmart should be on there. Yep. MA, good. UNH I definitely don't have. HD, don't have. PNG, definitely don't have. Throw in your chart requests. I'm gonna go through a few more of these just top stocks here, and then I'm going to go to Bitcoin related stocks, and then we'll go to requests. Is Bank of America don't have. INTC. Okay, Penn, I'll pull that up as well. Okay, that's good enough. So yeah, we'll go to Palantir too. Let me go to Bitcoin first. So BTC just needed to get up into this corner. Held that support here and bounced actually. Don't need this box. It's out of it now. Just kind of chugging along. Not sure why it kind of dumped so hard there, but it did. It's because there's resistance there, so that's why it dumped. So it's in this channel, but it turned hard. So now looking for 66,000 on this turn. I'll go through. Yeah, I'll go through. All right, so yeah, I mean, if it breaks through here, which it's trying to turn, should see 66, and then potentially this break finally to the 68 mark. So Bitcoin looks good. Let's get a mirror real quick. Yeah, I mean, shit on here today. Pretty crazy. But you can see that's where it bounced. So yeah, this should turn here and then get back up at least to here, which is 50. So who knows when Bitcoin's gonna break through. Hopefully it is by tonight, and then it pushes the all-time high, and then these things should all, these miners should all just move massively here. RIOT looks very attractive just from where it's positioned. It's right here on this support line. So I would say this one looks really good. I like RIOT a lot. May end up buying this tomorrow for myself, and just hoping that we get that move, because it's an almost double there on RIOT. You can see it's just sitting on this green support line right here. So that's RIOT. MSTR on support as well on the 4 hour. Let me just go to the daily easier. Yeah, so holding this on the daily. This one's been struggling relative to the bunch, but looking for the breakout on Bitcoin. I mean, you see how much it went up in one day. So, I mean, looking for the move up here, which is a 50% move. Up to 1150 on MSTR. That's why I really like it. SI, I mean, I played this perfectly. Bought it down here at 130, sold it up here at 166, and sold off. Curious to see where that bounced. Interesting. Strange place to bounce there. But yeah, this one should come back up to that 167 mark. Let's see. What else is? We'll go to MVIS. So this one's did not get above this resistance line, which it needed to. So it's possible that this comes. Is this a Bitcoin one? Must be, right? So really just need to see it turn above 12 to turn bullish. Dude, I was, oh no. Look at that. I was looking at it here because it was trading sideways. My God. Now it's through that resistance line. Yeah. Hit this right here. Look at that. And now it's breaking through. So they might push this to $1. That is wild. I mean, you can. I mean, that would be the next kind of stop here, and it's very, very similar to what Bitcoin chart looked like. That's crazy. It's insane. But yeah, I would say if this strength holds, it's going to 40 cents. Some things just don't make sense. I'll just add that in there for shits and giggles. ETHE, or ETH, looks really nice. Yeah, look at that. I have this going up to 3,000. This should go up to 29 easily. Yeah, I did. Said RIOT looks good here. I'm going to probably take a shot on it tomorrow. It's holding this support. Right here, if you, I think it was on the 4 hour, it looked fine. Yeah. On the 4 hour, right here, looks good. I'm going to take a shot on this one. See if we can get that, a move at least up to here, which is 62. It's a nice move there. MVIS already went through. You have to see it turn above the blue. So you need to see it get above 1250-ish in order to say that this is a reversal. Here, let me just fix this. So it would be, yeah, 1250-ish is where it needs to turn. There's room down here to sub 10. And then MGNI, I'm just buying this one on fundamentals. I'd cover it. Cover it very closely. This one is, I guarantee you, is going to double. Guarantee it. So I'll call it double by, let's see. This will double by September. When is that? It's no, it's going to be November because there's some fundamental things coming up that may just impact the whole ecosystem a bit. But this is sitting on nice support, and it's a fast mover. Just needs some strength in these mid caps, and then you should all kind of take off here. So this one fundamentally is exceptionally well positioned, like exceptionally. Can't emphasize that enough. Essentially what they do is they take inventory and then feed it into an exchange, add inventory, feed it into exchange, and people buy it through things like the trade desk. They have a lot of video assets and benefit from connected TV, so the Rokus of the world, and just dominate due to scale. So they've made a lot of acquisitions, Teleria, Rubicon, SpotX. So they're number one video player, and no one's even close to them. They have proprietary partnerships with Hulu, who's doing exceptionally well. See that? Beautiful. CTV generates 1/3 of their revenue. It's going to continue to show exceptional strength here in 2021, so it looks good. PubMatic, same thing. Would say they're the number 2 player behind Magnite on a fundamental basis. You can see here on the 4 hour that once it breaks through here, so I'm not at alert, this will bounce up here to the 62 mark again. So that looks really nice. And then, yeah, you can see, I mean, I show this pattern all the time, but you're going to get that kind of full retest here by next earnings, most likely in July. Essentially, what's happening within NADTech is Google cookie changes as well as Apple's IDFA, which is like a identity tracking solution, not tracking, but targeting solution. They're all getting changed here. So if you don't have good first-party data, you're going to be in trouble here. So essentially, anyone that is not a scaled player is going to be drastically impacted here. Magnite, PubMatic are two of the largest SSPs, so they'll be able to, SSP is a sell side or supply side platform, they'll be much better positioned. Either what's going to happen is a bunch of smaller companies are going to go out of business, or there's just going to be massive consolidation here. Jesus Christ, man. Now I shouldn't have added this to my watch list because now I see it just going up. Baba. Yeah, so you got rejected on this previous resistance line and coming back down again. So it's just been plagued with all the headlines and regulatory issues. So tough call as to where it's going to find support. But, I mean, it's possible it comes back down here. But they do have earnings, so earnings should be strong. So I would say it's more likely than not going to go through the resistance versus dropping into this call it support line right here. Viacom. What is that? It's kind of previous support there. It's a little bit lower. It's right there. Let's see what this is doing over here. So is that 38.5? 38.5 is the lowest you want to see this go. I mean, the issue is what happened here. This run up was not warranted at all. I'm not sure kind of what happened here that caused this. I was actually shocked when I looked at the chart to see this, because I was talking about Viacom at 18, saying this was so undervalued. I was talking about it over here and sold it sub 30 like an idiot, but somehow got up here and then kind of that hedge fund margin call destroyed it, and then some downgrades around their ability to kind of grow their subs on their streaming platform, CBS All Access. They have Pluto TV, which is different, so it's not sub-based. But you can see if you strip out that overbought there, just need to see it turn above this blue line here. I'm going to add an alert to watch it. It is breaking the support line here, though, horizontal support. So really just don't want to see Viacom below 38.5, because then it could drop another $4. Palantir. The head fake, gotta hate it, right? But it is, you can see it right here. Look at this. That looks like pretty strong support now at 23. I'm tempted to buy this tomorrow and just start accumulating down. Really don't care at this point. This is going, over the next, by year end, this will be at least at $40. So that is Palantir. Yeah, I mean, the problem is when you have that overhead selling pressure, it's very tough to to get back up there. In a timely manner, just because you have the bag holders now that will sell the pop. Happens all the time. Happened on all of the pot stocks as well. So that is that. Any others you want me to look at? I'm going to wrap up here. I'm trying to keep these to an hour. And was really just kind of testing out the new setup before we start doing these much more frequently. I was too frustrated to stream and just low quality, so I think this is a good improvement here. Computer's not blowing up. Yeah, Plug's one of those that they had those. Yeah, this one looks bad. So I would say don't want to see this below kind of where it is now. I would probably cut losses until I see a turn, because they had I think they had a short seller report, but their earnings and then stuff around kind of financial accounting practices is where you run into some trouble here. So below this 26 mark, it's likely coming down to 22.4. So that's Plug. I mean, I think I had a YOLO option here that expired worthless, but it was very, very small position. Lightspeed, yeah, I'm not sure what the hell happened here that caused that after-hours selling pressure. Yeah, really not sure what caused this pressure here, but there was that kind of resistance where I had it drawn and clearly got rejected there. Don't want to see it below where it is now, so hopefully it bounces. If not, I'll probably take profits, look for the drawdown back into the mid-60s. Yeah, it's not a great mic because I can't even mute it. But if it can hold here and then turn and get up to this 82 mark, that'd be beautiful. I just want to see what futures are doing. Red. It's not great. That is definitely not great, but you can see a mini cup and handle there. But if anything, never trust post-market futures. Never end up being even close to what we see pre-market. So CLOV. Yeah, this one's a disaster. I wouldn't even touch this. This is a short report, I believe, as well, but I mean, just directionally speaking, as long as it holds right here, which is where it is, so 725 is what it needs to hold, then you should have some protection, but you don't want to see it any lower than that. That is CLOV. Alright, so I'm going to build out like all of these lists in terms of like best of best, etc. And then we can do these, yeah, like look at this whole sector is disastrous, right? Well, the ARCG is probably a decent buy to play this. I may actually just buy this and load up. Bingo, destroyed. That destroyed CRISPR. Edit, look at them, they're identical. This one's a little bit better. I don't know why this one is doing so much better than all of them, but for some reason it is. But yeah, you can see the Genomics kind of speculative, all all disastrous here and just no recovery, even with the NASDAQ here. A lot of speculative stocks getting destroyed. This may be a good buy at 21. Gonna watch this. Although this already kind of finished. This finished my pattern up here at 54. That was always the target. Got up there. I sold it early, but rather take profits. So you can see the resistance there coming down to low 20s. Probably a decent entry. So low 20s on space may be good. 21. Alrighty, gonna wrap up there. Hopefully the stream quality is gonna improve the experience, and we'll continue to really just ramp out our kind of content output here. So thanks for tuning in, and look forward to doing a lot more of these. Have a good night.